My Little Girl, written by Cracked Inkwell. Chapter 12 of Laughter and Loyalty. At around 11, Lauren was following the trail of pink sticky notes with arrows that every one of them said, "This way, Lauren." She hazarded a guess that maybe this was from the pink pony with the curly hair. Right after they had fed the birds, Fluttershy somehow disappeared, and she noticed the pink trail. First on the grass, then a bush, a tree, a statue, a wall, a door, a mirror, a window, an expensive vase, a portrait of a white unicorn with the blonde mane, on a guard, and so on, etc., etc., turn right, etc. She wasn't sure what was going on. It was like some kind of game of treasure hunt, only someone had forgotten to tell her what she was looking for. Lauren followed the trail until it led to a door which might have had hundreds of sticky notes pointing to a particular door. Behind that door, she couldn't see anything in there but darkness. She tried to feel for a switch to turn on the lights. She found them, and the first thing she saw was a wall of confetti. Surprise! It was Pinkie, who wore a smile a mile long. Come on in! You're in time for your welcome lunch party. Don't be shy, come on! The room Lauren found herself in was the dining room that she was in when she first met Princess Luna. If she didn't know any better, she would say that she was at somebody's birthday party with no present pile. There were streamers, a floor covered in confetti, some balloons, and the other elements in attendance. And there was a banner overhead that read, "Welcome to Equestria, Lauren." Pinkie suggested grabbing some food first before they had some fun. Lauren went around the room with a plate in hand. She got a closer look at some of the food. She noticed almost right away that with all of the food served for lunch, she found that there was no meat. Of course, she reminded herself that these are ponies after all, so they wouldn't eat meat. What fascinated her was some of the other food at the party, like hay fries, daisy sandwiches, candied oats, and tons of salad. The first thing she saw and ended up grabbing was a slice of apple pie. "Pie first? I'm starting to like you already," Pinkie commented as she put a daisy sandwich on her mountain of food. Then, to Lauren's astonishment, she saw Pinkie lean her head back, open up her mouth as wide as she could, and dump the mountain into her mouth. And if that wasn't surprising enough, not only did she manage to swallow it all, but her figure remained entirely the same. Now since I'm done with the appetizers, now to move on to something else." Lauren walked over to the table to where the other elements were seated. Although she couldn't help but look back to see Pinkie zip from one tray to another. "How does she do that?" Lauren asked. "You got us, Sugar Cube," Applejack shrugged. "We've been friends for a while now, and that crazy filly is still a mystery to us." To me, she's like a lost Looney Tune character. She's like... Lauren turned back to Pinkie, who was now coming to the table with a large pile on her plate. "She's kind of like Bugs Bunny, only somebody gave her one too many pixie sticks." "Ooh, I love those," Pinkie said, putting her food down on the table, which makes Lauren wonder why the table didn't just tilt to one side. "I really like the orange ones, the grape ones, the cherry, the fruit punch, and the ones that taste like snazzleberries." "What?" "Don't try to question Pinkie," Twilight advised. "If you do, you'll be here all day. Believe me, I've tried." "Oh yeah, like the time you tried to figure out how my pinky sense works." Lauren turned to Pinkie. "What's a pinky sense?" "You know how sometimes some ponies say that they would get a headache or sneeze a lot before a storm hits?" "Kinda." "It's the same with me, except sometimes I can predict things that happen in the near future before they happen." Before Pinkie could answer her, she sneezed. She froze to look around for a moment before she went on talking. It must have been nothing." "Darling, what is it?" Rarity asked. "Well, most times when I sneeze, it usually means there's going to be an explosion or Rainbow Dash is about to do a sonic rainbow. Oh well. A what? My signature trick, Rainbow said. The sonic rainbow is something that landed my reputation as a flyer on the map. And I pulled it off when I was just a filly. But what is it? Lauren asked. I've seen Firefly do her double inside-out loop, and even if I haven't, at least I would know what it is. So, what's a sonic rainbow? A double inside-out loop? Dash asked with an eyebrow raise. I could do that trick if I was brain dead. She looked out of a window with a mischievous smile. Here, kid, watch this. She flew up to the window, opened it, and flew right out. Hey, where's she going? Lauren got up out of her seat, going to the open window. She spotted a rainbow flying further and further away, higher and higher up into the air, until she was only a pinprick in the sky. Pinkie sneezed twice. Every pony, cover your ears! Pinkie warned as she, along with every other pony, put their hooves over their ears. Why? What's she doing? You'll know. Now, cover them up. Lauren turned back to the window and did as she was told. But what? Before Lauren could say anything further, she heard the loudest noise she'd ever heard in her life. It was so loud that even a window shook from the sound of it. At first, it did make Lauren jump, almost clean out of her skin. But she did see something amazing out the window. There was a ring in the sky that was going wider and wider, and inside the ring was every color in the rainbow, and even more. She was seeing a firestorm of color to catch the sky before it faded back into its usual blue. And she couldn't help but notice a line of rainbow that twisted and streaked across the city and the castle. Before she knew it, Rainbow Dash flew back into the room. Now that's how you do a trick. And that was chapter 12 to My Little Girl, written by Cracked Inkwell. Alright, so this was actually a good thing. I mean, she got to see something strange with Pinkie Pie and Rainbow Dash trying to show off, of course, but in a good way, showed Lauren her signature sonic rainbow. It was actually a surprise that she would do this. Well, not like I wasn't expecting Rainbow to show off somehow if Lauren was spending one-on-one time with every pony. But having Pinkie throw her a welcome to Equestria party was really nice. She did say she was going to do it. I just didn't think it would happen this soon. And she did say she was going to hold it in Ponyville. But instead, she held it in Canterlot Castle. Which is fine. I mean, even though Lauren has been seen by other ponies, best not to cause some mass panic and let Lauren's existence be known too much. So holding it in Canterlot, where it's more private, was a good idea. I am Lotus Moon, and I wish you all a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night wherever you are, every pony. And I will be sure to have the next few chapters out as soon as I possibly can. Good night.